All right, friends, this is Crafts and Conversations in Lexington, Kentucky, and I'm joined by Brandon Martin. He is a brewer here. And Brandon, talk with me about what makes Lexington Brewing Company unique when it comes to your beers.
So all of our beers, we age in freshly decanted bourbon barrels for at least 6 weeks. That really helps us pick up a nice 1.5% to 2% on our alcohol. It also brings out a lot of aromas and flavors that you normally wouldn't pick up in your everyday ales or stouts.
Beers are aged in bourbon barrels. Can you talk a little bit about that process and what that means and what that does to the beer?
Yeah, so every time that we will, say a distillery would empty their bourbon and bottle that off, we'll take all of our barrels and we will actually bring those to our cellar operations. We'll fill those with fully fermented finished beer after the centrifugation, and we will let that age in a cooler for 6 weeks. But during that 6 weeks, what you see is week 1 to 2, you kind of get some caramel and vanilla notes. It's maybe a little on the harsh side. When you get to week 3 to 6, that's where it really starts to mellow out, and everything really starts to blend. So when you finally pull that out, you have a nice base beer, but you also have that added flavor in there.
We know that bourbon is big here, but where do you see the craft beer industry going in the future?
I think the sky's the limit. So I really don't think it's going to slow down at all. I really see a drive toward neighborhood and local breweries. So I think that we have a really, really positive future. And just the community that's been built is fantastic. You can trade ideas, Nothing is a bad idea in beer, which sometimes plays out well, sometimes doesn't. But I really think it's interesting, just the innovation and everything that is being brought to the table.
Thanks, Brandon. Cheers.
You're welcome. Cheers.